Asaba 2018, we went there with high hopes. Your review of the competition?
Apart from the organizational challenges, Team Ghana did very well. Looking at Janet performance, looking at Hall performance, looking at Abigail performance, looking at Emmanuel Yeboah T20 performances, and not only their performances, looking at the time they went into the competition. How do Ghana prepare them for the competition? Because if you look at their times or their standard or their ranking within the Africa going into the competition, T20 was the number 3 in Africa, Abigail was number 1 in Africa, Janet was number 4 in Africa, Oho was number 6 in Africa. But after attaining these rankings, what do we do for the athletes to enable them prepare very well for this Asaba Games? Nothing. So their performance was incredible. Looking at Janet and Hall running against wind negative 2.7, it was a huge challenge for all the sprinters. Talo normally ran sub 10, normally ran 200 sub 22, but she was struggling to run 11. She was struggling to make the 22. So their performance was very good, very good. Looking at the preparation we gave them, looking at the wind, looking at the challenges that we went through before we got to Asaba. In all, I can say Team Ghana did very well. Janet maintained her rankings because she was ranked behind Talo, Ahure, and Blessing. And Talo, Ahure, and Blessing couldn't make it. So she was second to Talo. That's normal. The 200 too, there was a bit of scuffle before the race. She should have been second, but she was third. And to me, that was also good enough for Team Ghana. Because looking at Janet running about 6 races within 4 days, it's not an easy feat.
You mentioned how the preparation wasn't at its best prior to this game, because these are athletes who do this very well. These are athletes who are also schooling, but they also need to survive. So when they are on holidays, it's hardly difficult for you to have these athletes prepare themselves. What do you suggest Ghana or the Ghana Athletics Association must do to always keep these athletes in good shape, build up to championships like the Asaba 2018?
This program has been there for centuries, and I don't know how many times are we going to mention it on public television like your television, or even a radio, or even in newspapers. It has been overflocked. We continue saying it. We said this several times, that these athletes are students. They do very well during the school competitions. But after school, their coaches don't train them. The coaches also go on vacation. The school go on vacation. They need to continue training after school. So you see them doing very well before June, and after June, when the school closes, they follow, and they don't have the financial resources to travel to Europe to go and continue with the European circuit. In America, to some of the competition, you need to pay before they allow you to run. It's not like here that everything is free. In US, certain competition, you need to enter, you need to pay. And these are students. So after holidays, some of them are forced to go and work just to keep themselves, just to keep their head above water. If we really need to get these athletes to continue with their forms when they are in school, the form to be there after the school, we need to fund them. We need to get them very good preparation, very good camping. We need to send them to Europe to continue competing, to continue camping in Europe, so that they will maintain and improve upon their times. For instance, Abigail went to the Asaba Championship with 1.87. That was the leading time. But what happened after the school and to the Asaba Championship? Abigail was at home. She was struggling to train, struggling to survive. And those financial obligations are just beyond the financial resources of the association. If we need to send these athletes to the Olympic medal or the World Championship medal, it's not beyond the athletes. Getting the Olympic medal, getting the World Championship medal is not beyond these athletes. But the financial preparation or financial resources to get them to medal at the World Championship or at the Olympic Championship is just way beyond the federation.
Would you say 2 medals at Asaba 2018 was a success?
Yes, I would say so. With 4 athletes and 2 medals, that's a success. Some countries came there with more than 20 athletes. They didn't even get a single medal.
Could we have done better?
There's always a room for improvement. There's always a room for improvement. If we had come them, if we had sent them to Europe after school, after June, to continue competing, who knows? Maybe Janet could have beaten Talo.
I was watching the 200 meters final. I saw Janet. She was almost closer to winning the silver medal, but all of a sudden she lost it. What encountered for this?
No, the race was so close between the second, third, and fourth. Yeah. But fortunately for the Cameroonian girl, she dipped quite a bit earlier than Janet did. So I even protested, and I went and saw the photo finishing pictures. You could clearly see that Janet was upright, yeah, and the Cameroonian dipped a bit. So her torso or her shoulders were a shade ahead of Janet.
Hor Halutier, a brilliant chap, one of our brightest of stars.
Yes.
She went and made Africa proud at the Commonwealth Games. From April to now, Hor Halutier's time has dropped drastically. What must we do to keep this girl in shape? Were you impressed with her performance at Asaba?
Yes, I was impressed. I was impressed even far better than what she did at the Gold Coast, at the Commonwealth Games.
Wow.
Yes. Before going to this Asaba Championship, there was a whole more than, just very close to 1 second between she and Janet. And after the 200, there was a macro 0.002 seconds between she and Janet.
Oh, wow.
Janet on a normal day could run 22.67 seconds in the 200. And her best, personal best in the 200 meters before going to Asaba was 23.41.
Yes.
In the semi-final, she made 23.40. That's a new best.
Yeah.
But in the finals, her time and Janet's time, there was only 0.2 seconds between them. So on a normal time, if they win, they will not be that headwind. And Janet could have repeated her personal best of 22.67. Then Hor would have also run 22.69. This is a massive improvement. Massive.
Any plan for Hor Halutier and other?
Hor Halutier is still in camp. We'll still keep on with the training that we are keeping her. She will compete in another Bronze Grand Prix in Burkina Faso next week on the 18th. After that, then she'll come and do the Tamale last circuit in Tamale. Then we'll give her a break. We're also working on 2 or 3 fronts. I had a meeting with the South African president for possibility of her going to high performance in South Africa. We have also started negotiating with Atbolden. He has a center in the US where we could send her to the center in the US. And the third option for her to go to school in the US. So we are engaged in all these 3 to see which one will suit her best.
Is she going to be the only athlete representing Ghana in Burkina Faso?
No, they have given her 3 athletes with a coach. I'm looking at Janet, Kate Ajiman, and I'm looking at either Gadei or Safwansa and Hor. Okay. Let me just add this, even at the finals, we have 2 Ghanaians in both 100 and 200 finals. Yeah. Even Nigeria could even have two girls in the 200 finals. We're we're 2 countries that have 2 finalists. Yeah. It was incredible. Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire was incredible. And we had 2nd and 4th. Cote d'Ivoire had 1st and 3rd. Yeah. So if we had gotten the financial resources to go with the 4x100 team, Ghana would have picked another medal there. But we didn't just have money. I don't want to go with the money issue. Yeah. But you see, we've spoke about money. And I mean, I don't know why.
Okay, during the ECOWAS championship in Cape Coast, I was there. I spoke to the sustainability manager of GMPC, who was hopeful that they will come in with some resources to assist the GA. They've been in a headway.
We sent a letter based on the recommendation or our conversation with him that Kwame Banu send a letter to him, copy that to the JMPC CEO, and we'll copy him. We are still waiting for a response from them, even though they have come to help us last year, 2017. Yeah. That was very, very crucial, and we were very grateful to them, and we are still grateful to them. So we are still in talks with them, because it was not only the Asaba that he promised that he would help. I see that there's another budget for school sports that we need to tap into to be able to help or organize inter-zonals, inter-districts, inter-regional to a national level. So we are still pursuing those avenues to see how we can tap into that.
Just wrap up the conversation. The Circuit Championship. This was an initiative, if I remember correctly, somewhere 2014 that it began.
Yes.
Somewhere 4 years down the line, it is giving us some amount of results. You mentioned earlier that there will be a championship in Tamale. Yes. When do we expect to have this championship?
It's on 25th of this month.
25th of this month?
25th of this month.
Wow, just returned from Asaba, you're waiting for a championship. Yes. What should we expect in that championship?
We should expect fireworks, because the athletes have been training since the last Ikowa Games. They were supposed to do the national championship. That would have been all events in 2 days. But now the normal issues, lack of funds, we have to cut it down to 1 day, normal circuit. But what we would like to do is invitational. So we'll do more events in society. So we'll select finalists, 8-8 in all sprint events. It's going to be 8-8, 8-8, 100-8, 200-8, 400-8, 800-8, and then 1,000, 5,000, we can give them 12-12. So we'll do all events on 1 day, at least one afternoon.
There've always been questions about why mostly we go for these sprint races, but doing away with long distance athletes.
We're doing well long distance athletes, but not to the level of the Kenyans, not level of the Kenyans or the Ugandans or the Ethiopians. You know, we have an athlete called Azuma Larry Samson. He has broken all the 10,000, 5,000, 1,500, and 3,000 records. But you ask, and if someone has broken those records, is the current records equivalent to that of Kenya or Uganda?
But look at the time Caster Semenya made during the 400 meters, for example. We had a lady like Larva Sakat who did incredibly well when we went to Sekondi and then Cape Coast.
Yes.
She couldn't be within that range?
No, she couldn't be within that range. Okay. Larva Sakat is doing 2 minutes, 6 seconds.
Yes.
But Semenya, on a good day, could do 156, 157. Wow. That is about 8 or 9 seconds between them. Yeah. That is more than 50 meters.
It's too wide.
It's too wide.
It's too wide.
So that's what we are looking at. So a girl like Agnes Abu, who did 2 minutes, 00.77 seconds, for her to get closer to the sub 2 minutes. When she gets the below sub 2 minutes, that's where we'll be very hopeful that we'll get a medal for 800.
The calls are coming in thick and fast. Just a final word. Yeah. So final words.
My final word is that the GA needs the state support if we really want to get an Olympic or World Championship medal. At that level, the financial need for preparation toward that level is just way beyond the level of the association itself. It's just like when football want to go to the World Cup. If they had left it to the Football Federation alone or Football Association alone, they couldn't have gotten to the World Cup. The state need to help the national federations if we really want to get the Olympic or the World Championship medals. It is not beyond the Ghanaian athletes. This is not beyond the association. But what is beyond the association is the financial muscle to get the athletes to medal at the World Championship and Olympic levels.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.